With their loss to 100 Thieves at Masters Shanghai, this marks the first time in over 3 years that PaperX finished outside the top 4 in the Masters tournament. The only other time was when they first qualified for Masters Berlin all the way back in 2021. Now, after being so close multiple times to winning an international championship but never being able to get a hold of one, I've noticed certain characteristics and habits that PaperX has developed over the past 2 years of me supporting them. And these are the underlying reasons why they were never able to attain their deserved spot as the best team in Valorant. Quick disclaimer, this video is not meant to hate on any players, coaches or any individuals on the team. It's quite the opposite, to be honest. I've personally supported them ever since their first run at Masters Reykjavik. Also, given the multiple heart attacks these boys has already given me, I would say it's kind of justified in a sense. If you are new or have been here before, please consider subscribing. It's free, helps the channel a ton, and you can always unsubscribe. Enjoy! Number 1. Overheating. PaperX is known for overpeaking, which often works in their favour. But why is that so? When taking a gunfight without any utility, each fight is a 50-50 duel, and a matter of who can react against their opponent first. But what if your opponent is so good that they are always able to react faster than you? Their gunfights and mechanics are just naturally better than yours. That 50-50 duel slowly becomes an advantage for your opponent, and it turns from an even duel to a fight where they are most likely to win. This is what PaperX has been doing since their inception. While it has benefited them over the past 2 years, I believe that this is the first time on an international stage where multiple opponents has not only found strategies to counteract them, but are also sometimes able to simply outduel them. This is the first time I've seen PaperX not being dominant in their first duels, but also losing most of them, resulting in them having not as much success as before. Number 2. Not playing the objective. This is something I saw a lot, and I mean a lot, during the 100 Thieves game. And it honestly made me so mad that I wanted to throw my PRX jersey away and become a Bleed fan. During the 100 Thieves series, especially on Icebox, you would notice a couple of things after PaperX had planted the spike. Now, when you are on attack, the main objective is to get a first kill or open up the site. PaperX likes to do the former, where they have aggressive strategies to disrupt defenders, forcing them to play awkward positions in which PaperX would be happy enough to trade. This is severely different from what happens when you have a successful plant on the spike. The goal goes from killing everyone you see to trying to delay the defuse until the spike goes off. Yet in the 100 Thieves series, every single time I keep seeing each and every one of them peak when they don't have to. It's like nobody is telling them to play time, and it's just so frustrating as a fan and a watcher of the game itself. These are things that should have been drilled many times. I do get it that sometimes you are confident and want to take the swing, but multiple times I keep seeing isolated 1v1s are given to the enemy team.
Knives pulled! Bang alone to try to clutch this. The wall raised, the push forward, the shots connecting, he's down to 81. He reads the push forward. With Devi, now noted, just playing here against time. Up on top of the rope! Bang! He gets the headshot, but does he have the time? So very close. A nail bite finisher, but he's just got it! Oh.
Number 3. The lack of an IGL. If you have known me for a while, you have already known that I was not the biggest fan of PaperX dropping the IGL Bankai in order to adapt to this approach of having 5 fraggers playing in pro play. But how important is an IGL? Well, think of it like this. Everyone has ideas and strategies on the team, but it's mostly the IGL's duty to make the call and ensuring everyone is on the same page. IGLs have the heaviest responsibility with making calls, thus they should understand that their players' strengths and weaknesses and how to use them against specific teams. As an IGL, you've got to really understand your opponent so you can counter-strike them mid-game when things don't go to plan, especially when you can't rely on your coach for strategy or to answer issues during the game. Your IGL is basically your coach during mid-rounds and mid-game, and there's no need to use your timeout or be reliant on the coach for strategies and answering issues. If you notice the G2 game, you can clearly see on the players' face that their energy was slowly shifting throughout the entire series. While they did dominate on attack, getting a strong 11-1 half on the first map, they slowly lost their lead after that, which I feel was the start of their mental game slowly slipping away. This, and the fact that they picked G2 to begin with, added pressure for them to win the series. Without an IGL telling them mid-rounds to calm down or change their strat, they slowly lost momentum and ended up losing the series. The same can be attributed to the 100 Thieves series. With their backs against the wall, it was as if they had to make those risky plays that cost them certain rounds. The more pressure they felt, the more they couldn't hold on, and thus they lost Icebox 14-12. Now, what can PaperX do in order to not repeat these mistakes? Well, I think it's obvious that one of them has to be clearly assigned as an IGL on the team, be it Forsaken, Mindfreak or anyone else. They need someone to turn to and give clear instructions, because if they are to be put in situations like this again, for example another grand final, mid-match when there's no timeouts, map 5 on the line, nobody is gonna tell them what to do, and someone needs to be the clear voice that they can trust.